Hello and welcome to this shoulder focused class. Today we're going to start seated on the mat. You can either sit cross-legged or up on your knees like this. If this isn't comfortable, please do grab a block, a cushion or a rolled up blanket. Gently closing the eyes, bringing the hands to the lap. Roll your shoulders back and down. And sitting up tall, crown of the head drawing up towards the ceiling. And bringing your awareness to your breath. Bringing one hand to the upper chest and one hand to the belly. You're going to inhale and expand all the way into the belly, then expand the ribs, and then expand the upper chest. And then your hand will feel your upper chest sink in, and your ribs sink in, and your belly sink in as you exhale. Inhale, feel the belly expand, the ribs expand, and the upper chest. And exhale, upper chest, ribs, and then belly contracts. Two more here. Inhale to the belly, the ribs, the upper chest. And exhale, the upper chest, the ribs, and the belly. Inhale, belly, ribs, and upper chest. And exhale, upper chest, ribs, and belly. And relax the hands in your lap. Rub your hands together, generate some heat, and hold your hands over your eyes, gently opening your eyes. Inhale, reaching the arms up, clasp the hands above your head and push the hands away. Baby back bend here, opening out through your chest, through the shoulders. Exhale, release. Take hold of your hands in front of you. Push the backs of your hands away. And exhale as you're sinking your chin to your chest. Releasing, coming up. Hands come behind you, fingertips pointed towards your glutes. And inhale, open the chest, arch through the spine. Really lifting the chest here. Gaze to the ceiling, not dropping your head back, really pushing through the hands. And release. Coming around to lie on your back. Legs long along the mat, neck nice and long. We're going to bring the arms to cactus position. So your elbows are in line with your shoulders and your forearms are at a 90-degree angle. Lower body relaxed. We're going to inhale and drag the forearms and the backs of the hands along the mat, coming above your head and reach at the top. And exhale, drawing the forearms back into your cactus position. Really working on the mobility in the shoulders here. Inhale, forearms sticking to the floor, reaching up. And exhale, bringing them back to cactus. One more, inhale. Reaching up, forearms and the backs of the hands on the floor. And exhale, back to cactus. We're going to inhale, come all the way up. Straight arms. And when you exhale, keeping the arms straight and the backs of the hands on the floor. Big circles all the way to your hips. And inhale all the way back up. Big circle with your arms. Exhale, sweeping the hands down to the hips. Squeeze at the bottom. And inhale all the way to the top. And squeeze at the top. Point your toes away, really arching through the spine. Pushing your fingertips away full body stretch. And release. Taking hold of your knees. Big circles with the knees, one direction, circling into your hips. And back the other way. Taking both legs in opposite directions, so knees come out, forward and towards each other. And then back the other way. And release. Hands come behind the knees. You're going to use your feet to kip you up and down, massaging out the spine, rolling forwards and back from your tailbone all the way up to your shoulders, giving you a lovely back massage. When you're ready, building the momentum so that next time you come up, you come all the way over into your yogi squat, bringing the feet a little bit wider so that the toes are essentially by the edges of the mat, knees nice and wide, bringing the elbows to the insides of the knees, hands in prayer, and massaging out through the hips, rocking one side to the other. If this is really tough, stay high on the toes, lifting the heels, and just moving around in this position, opening out the hips. Coming to stillness, back straight and long, neck nice and long. Open out the left hand, reach it towards the floor, and the right arm reaches up and back to the ceiling. Gaze follows the right hand. And coming back to center. And the right arm reaches to the floor, left arm reaches up and back, gaze follows the left hand. We'll do one more each side, coming back to center. Again, inhale, left hand to the floor, right hand up and back. If you want to take a bind here, the right hand reaches back and round, and the left hand round the back of the leg. Release, coming back to center. And right hand reaches to the floor, left hand reaches over. Either stay here or take your bind. Opening out the shoulder here. And release, coming back to center. Stepping the knees back, we're going to come into our hands and knees position. Toes untucked, inhale, taking our cat and cow, gaze forward, tailbone lifts, belly button drops. And exhale, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin, arch the spine. Inhale, gaze forward. And exhale, tucking up, really squeezing up. Engage through the core. Inhale, gaze forward. Opening out through the belly, through the chest. And exhale. Coming back to neutral. Inhale, right arm lifts. And as we exhale, tucking the right arm underneath, threading the needle, and bring the head to the mat. Breathing here. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, hand back to the mat. Inhale, left hand rises. And exhale, left hand threads underneath the right, coming into your thread the needle. Inhale, left arm rises. And exhale, thread the needle. Left arm under right. Head to the mat. And inhale, arm comes up, and exhale back to center. tucking the toes, lifting your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pedaling out through the legs here, stretching into the bottoms of the feet, drive the heels down, stretch into the calves, and opening out through the backs of the legs. Focus on really dropping the chest towards the thighs. Lovely straight line from wrist to tailbone. Gaze between the hands, step both feet between the hands, come into a forward fold, knees nice and bent. Taking hold of your elbows, letting your body be heavy. Nod the head yes, shake the head no. Release the hands, tuck the tailbone and roll the vertebrae one at a time, coming to standing. Inhale, arms reach up and sitting down into chair. Imagine you're sitting on an invisible chair, making sure the tailbone is tucked. And exhale, forward fold over the thighs. Inhale, straight back, straight legs. And exhale, hands come to the mat, high plank. Drop the knees, bring the weight forward and lower down, elbows tucked, all the way to the mat. Inhale, gaze forward, coming into your cobra. And tuck the toes, exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right foot steps forward, arms up, high lunge. We'll stay here for a moment, really lean back into the lunge, opening out through the heart. Exhale, hands come to the mat. Right foot steps back. Take your vinyasa, and you can lower your knees here if you need to still. And trying to challenge yourself as we get warmed up. And everyone meets in downward facing dog. And this time the left foot steps forward, arms up, high lunge. And staying here. Lean back very slightly, arching through the spine, opening through the chest. And exhale, hands to mat. Left foot steps back to join the right and take your vinyasa. Upward facing dog, inhale. And meeting back in downward facing dog. Lowering the knees, coming into child's pose for a moment here. Coming back up, we're going to walk the hands forward, coming into your puppy pose. So hands walking all the way forward, you can either come down onto your forehead here, or if you want a little bit more of an extension, coming onto your chin and chest. Breathing here. Really focus on sinking the chest. And release, coming back to child's pose, arms alongside the body. And coming up. We're going to come into our elbow plank now, but really focusing on working on the shoulder strength here. So when we're in this position, we're trying not to sink into our shoulders like this, really pushing through the shoulders, almost pushing the shoulder blades apart. And so we're nice and strong in the base for our plank. We want your hips level with your shoulders, lovely and engaged through the core. Holding here for 5 breaths. Pushing through the elbows, strong through the shoulders. Knees down and child's pose here. just for a moment. And coming forward once more. You can either do another round of your elbow plank, or we're going to extend it very slightly and come into dolphin. So coming into your elbow plank here, finding the strength in your shoulders. When you're ready, lifting through the hips, pushing through the shoulders, and walking the toes in as far as you can into dolphin. If you need to bend your knees, that's absolutely fine. We're working on the shoulder strength here, pushing through the elbows, trying to create a straight line from the elbows to the hips. And knees down. Release the arms alongside the body, child's pose. Lovely. Coming forward into our high plank. You want your feet a little bit distance apart, so about hip width apart, because we're going to be coming into our side plank, so that when we turn, our feet are going to come into parallel, one in front of the other. So we're going to flow from high plank to side plank. This involves a lot of strength through the shoulders, so really engaging here, and if it becomes too much, just meeting us in downward facing dog. So coming into high plank here, inhale, lift the right hand, side plank, and exhale, dropping it back down, high plank. Inhale, right arm lifts, and exhale, right hand back to the mat, high plank. Last one, inhale, lift, and exhale, back to the mat, coming into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg, and stepping it forward, coming into our high lunge once again. Clasping our hands behind our back, roll the shoulders back and down. If you can't quite reach your hands, you can take a strap and hold it out behind you, or you can even hold onto your elbows behind, opening out through the chest here, and hinge from the hips, humble warrior. If your hands are clasped behind you in humble warrior, really lifting them up and away from you. Release both hands back to the mat, high plank, and take a vinyasa. Lower down, upward facing dog, inhale, and exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to come onto the flow on the left side, so coming into your high plank, feet hip width apart, so that when you turn, you have space for your left foot to drop down. So inhale, left arm reaches up, side plank, and exhale, coming back forward. Inhale, reaching, and exhale, high plank. Inhale, left arm rises, hold, and coming back to high plank and downward facing dog. Left foot lifts, inhale, and exhale, left foot comes between the hands and arms reach up overhead, opening out through the chest here. Clasping the hands the other way around, the way that feels a bit weird, behind the hips, opening out the chest. Again, grab a strap, or you can take hold of your elbows if this isn't quite available. Hinging from the hips, coming forward. Hands lift away from the hips. Humble warrior. Release the hands back to the mat. Left foot steps back and take your vinyasa. Lowering down. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Dropping the knees and taking a quick child's pose here. Bringing the arms alongside the body to relax. Lovely. Coming forward once more, all the way to the belly. We're going to come into our Sphinx pose. So elbows under shoulders, hands flat on the mat. And really sinking the chest down, opening out through the front as much as you can. It helps sometimes to feel like you're dragging the forearms along the mat towards you. Really open out through the front of the body. If this feels very accessible and you have no lower back problems, you can start to push into your hands, lifting a little bit higher, keeping that upper body really heavy, neck nice and long, and shoulders away from the ears. Release and come back down, hands rest on your hands. We'll do one more of those. So elbows under shoulders, hands flat on the mat. Dragging the forearms towards you, opening out through the chest and through the front of the body. Keeping those shoulders away from the ears, lifting up. And if you feel like it's available, pushing into the hands, straightening through the arms, heavy through the body. And release back down. We'll take a quick child's pose here, opening out through the back. And we'll do one more back bend here. Coming forward, back in that Sphinx position. We're going to stay on our elbows rather than pushing up. Keeping the left forearm on the mat. Bend into your right leg and take hold of the outside of your right foot and lift the elbow, trying to push the right foot towards you. Opening out through the right shoulder here. Release, come back down. And steady into the right forearm now. Bend the left knee and take hold of the outside of your left foot. Lift the left elbow, opening out through the shoulder and also stretching the quad. Release and coming back down to child's pose here. Lovely, coming to lay on your back. Neck nice and long along the mat. Finding a comfortable position. Bending through the knees, arms away from the body. Your left knee comes over the right and drop both knees over to the right. Twisting through the spine. Inhale, come back up. Switch legs, right leg over left. And dropping both knees over to the left. Inhale, come back up. Take any movements here that you need. Moving through the hips. Maybe arching the head up towards the knees. Opening out through the backs of the shoulders. Release back down. And finding a comfortable position on the mat. Legs straight out. A little bit apart. And your hands away from the body. Gently closing your eyes. Bringing your awareness to your breath. You're welcome to stay in Shavasana for as long as you like. Alternatively, starting to wiggle into the fingers and toes, into the wrists and ankles, bending the knees. Take hold of your knees, rocking side to side, and gently coming up to a seated position when you're ready. Keep your eyes closed and finding stillness in a seated position on the mat. Rub your hands together, generate some heat, and then hover them over your eyes. Open your eyes slowly. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again soon.